There we go. Don't you just love it? Technical issues. But big up there, Eds. Welcome. If you are new round here, make sure you do hit that subscribe button down below. And yeah, if you are new, if you're watching this on Monday, you start to the weekend as well. Obviously, hopefully a good start to your week. Obviously, the football aside anyway. But for anyone watching live or on the repeat, do always get your comments in the comment section below live or obviously in the after the video's gone out live. We'll always try and feature all your comments on the live as well. Try and read through as many as I possibly can as well. And if you do get involved in the post-match thoughts as well after the video's gone out live, I will feature all the comments as well. And yeah, Reds, hope you all, if you're watching this on Monday, have a good week anyway. And yeah, disappointing set of results for Liverpool this weekend. Obviously, I've done my instant post-match reaction show a couple of hours ago anyway, and was very disappointed, very disappointed in terms of my own analysing of the game as well, because it was stupid from me. Obviously, the heat of the moment, post-match as well, it's so quick and you get caught up with the emotion, like every single football fan as well. And then, Lord beholds, typical, as is football anyway, Arsenal suffer huge result at the hands of Aston Villa. And of course, Liverpool have got to go to Aston Villa in a couple of weeks' time anyway. That's probably going to be one of our most difficult games left to play anyway. But I always still say, and I was listening to You'll Never Walk Alone, I think it come up on a video on a social media video anyway. And it was just the anthem again, You'll Never Walk Alone. And it was the line with hope in your heart. And this is why, in particular, I supported Liverpool, really. Obviously, it's either Liverpool or Everton in the city of Liverpool. And I did choose Liverpool, but mainly due to the fact of we do things our way. We do it the only way. We do it the hard way, certain moments. Obviously, Istanbul, bloody hell, could you imagine if social media was back around then? Oh, Twitter spaces and X spaces or whatever you want to call them. And everyone throwing in the towel at half time as well, like I did after the post match a couple of hours ago. Anyway, disappointed on myself. But yeah, with hope until the last game of the season as well, though, Reds. I've got to say, we've all watched plenty, all of us, every single Liverpool fan and football fan in general. You can never rule out anything in football. Yes, we were disappointed, and I said this on my post match a couple of hours ago. We need to book up our ideas. But we were handed a lifeline, I'd say, today. Of course, Manchester City have got precedent, really. You've got history on their side. They're going for a four-peat anyway, the 4 back-to-back league titles. It's unprecedented. If they do it, then fair enough. We've got to analyse off-the-field issues as well, but whether their charges get brought this season or next season, could you imagine where, say, for example, Liverpool second in the Premier League, 2 games to go. Yeah, the Premier League comes out with a points deduction for Manchester City. Anything can happen, and I know their decision on Manchester City, the Premier League, will probably be the back end of next season, really, as well. But I think in just as a whole Liverpool fan base as well, I think we've just got to have this continued belief as well. The front three, big up there, Jay as well. Big up Docker as well. Hopefully I've said that right. How does Arsenal losing give us hope? Docker, for me personally, mate, you can only speak for yourself. As I said, you can agree and disagree with my points there, but not on stopping you from not on switching this video off. You can do that if you want. Not too really bothered. But as I said, get everyone's thoughts. It gives me belief, really, in all honesty, because I've watched plenty of football. If you're a Liverpool fan, off the back of that Arsenal result, you can go again. And thankfully, Liverpool have got 6 more games to go in the Premier League. Yes, a lot can happen in general form as well, in terms of with Liverpool, in terms of Arsenal, in terms of Manchester City. Obviously, City have got Brighton next in their Premier League campaign. It's not going to be easy. Obviously, City have got the FA Cup semi-final as well, so they've got a big game in that. But and hindsight's a wonderful thing. People might recap this video in about 6 weeks' time and go, "Oh, City have won the league by 5 points." If they have, then sounds we'll make our bed and lie in it really in terms of that as well. And for me, it's a lifetime, but it's also a missed opportunity as well. Zane, it is, lads. But at the end of the day, Liverpool will go again next season, regardless of whether it's with Liverpool or not, with Jurgen Klopp. Sorry, but it's so easy to be in the notion and the realm of obviously after the game as well. That's what I was disappointed in myself. Like and whatever does happen in the next 6 weeks as well. Of course, we'll all react as well, and I will, and I'll be wanting the performance as well from these players first and foremost. But I think whatever does happen with City, if, say, for example, Arsenal and City do drop more points in the Premier League, the main thing that we all want for Liverpool in the next couple of weeks is just to be there. Be there if City or Arsenal do stumble again. That's the main thing. We just focus on ourselves. I think the main fixture for Liverpool is obviously the big one. Obviously, you've got the Atalanta one as well. And mainly due to the reaction as well. Say, for example, football's all about momentum. All about momentum. Look at the Barcelona game a couple of years ago. Momentum, getting a quick couple of goals here and there. No one in planet Earth, not even the aliens on Mars, even give us a chance anyway. But funny thing was, we're not just any ordinary football club. We're Liverpool Football Club, and we do things that not many football fans would give you an opportunity to do as well. Like, fair enough, if this game today against Crystal Palace was the last game of the season, but it wasn't. We've got 6 games now to react in the league as well. We need to see a reaction. That's the main point as well. We need to get a reaction. Am I confident in these players off the back of the last couple of performances? No. But what we do as a fan base and what we will continue to do post Jurgen Klopp for the next 100 years, even when we're all gone in 100 years' time, those future Liverpool fans will continue to believe in this football club and the foundations of these great players that play for us now and that will play for us tomorrow and onwards as well. The weight of this shirt, it's one of the most heaviest shirts in England and in European football as well. Obviously, whether you're playing in Europe, but most importantly, when you're playing in the Premier League. Liverpool, the most successful English club side in England. And we are. The trophy speaks for itself. Disappointing today, but we can go again. We will go again. And if I'm Klopp, I'm going in tomorrow. Get the lads, get a nice early, and we start again. We start building the foundations to go again. There's no, as a fan base even, we can't rest on our laurels, really. We've got to enjoy the time we've got with Jurgen. And of course, as I said a couple of hours ago, tactically naivety from Jurgen Klopp as well. And he'll be disappointed, like every single one of us as well. We're disappointed with the overall performance. But we go again. We continue to go again and go again and go again and go again. Jurgen turned us into doubters, into believers. Of course he did. And he done a tremendous job. But let's believe for the next 6 games in the Premier League. If it was me a couple of hours ago, like, Christ, but when I thought about it and actually give me head a good massive wobble with me big forehead, needs a big wobble, certainly. But we go again. We certainly go again. Chat, let us know your thoughts as well. I know we'll all be disappointed. We're, like every Liverpool fan, we're bloody fuming and furious. And it's not just a case in point of, even if Arsenal, and they did drop 3 massive points as well. But Liverpool and these players go in tomorrow, training tomorrow morning as well. And we set things right. And hopefully we start on Thursday night in that second leg. We turn up in Italy and we need a performance. That squad is fully capable of turning that result around, like it is in the Premier League as well. Just quality throughout that squad. Salah needs a big kick up the backside, and he'll know himself He'll be the most disappointed at himself, the levels in which Salah has reached. And by Lord, in my post-match before as well, disappointed. And he'll be as well. Let's be honest, unless City bottle it, which is not going to happen in the league as well. Your Fred sounds just stop watching Liverpool then. That's what we should all stop watching Liverpool then, boys. Don't watch the next 6 games because and even me a couple of hours ago on my post-match, I didn't believe them, but I've thought about it as well. Then sounds, everyone, if you don't believe, then switch off and don't watch Liverpool for the next 6 games. Don't watch City for the next 6 games. Don't watch Arsenal. Don't watch any Premier League football for the next 6 fixtures in the Premier League because, of course, by the sounds of it, the whole fan base, me a couple of hours ago, thought it wasn't possible as well. But Liverpool Football Club, with hope in your heart, listen to You'll Never Walk Alone as well. It's the hope that kills you. Bloody hell, it is the hope that kills you with Liverpool. But that's they do hard heading. We love them to bits as well, but we go again. Whoever we have in the management seat, we go again. We back him as well. We give him time as a manager. We give him time, the opportunity, like we did with Jurgen Klopp as well, and like we did with other managers in the past as well. And people might go Hodgson, but he didn't really fundamentally get Liverpool at all. He didn't understand the city, didn't understand the football club as well, and everything he done turned to dust really in terms of his mismanagement of the football club. Rodgers was given time, he was given a lot of money, couldn't quite get it over line, so we moved on from him, but we backed Rodgers at the time, and if we did, and like we did, we didn't see a reaction that we wanted. So then Jurgen walks in the door, and then the next person will walk in the door the back end of this season as well. And whoever comes in will get 110% of our backing, and we'll give them time as well. Docker, the stats I saw after Liverpool's game today shows in the last 6 games, Liverpool ranked first in chances created with 149 chances. Those were only 38 were on target and only 9 goals were scored as well. Good stat there, lads. But this is the stat that the statistics that I hate. The XG merchants just in football as well. They're a good barometer, but they don't, as obviously Doctor has said there, it means sod all after the game of football. But what that does indicate massively is Liverpool are creating chances. I think we'd be a lot more concerned for Liverpool if we weren't creating chances. By Lord, then there's issues. But we create that many opportunities in a game. And even Robbo said it after the game as well. He said it himself. He knows the forward lads need to chip in as well, and so would the defenders. And he said it wasn't a good combination as well. I think Klopp is actually finished with his tactics. We'll find out in a 6 match weeks' time, mate. We'll see where it lies us, but I still believe in Klopp to get it sorted. I know he can do, and he can as well. Big up there, Jay. Who would you like to see the club target for the transfer window in the summer? Realistic option. Great question there, lad. There's a lot of quality players. Very dependent on who leaves the football club there. For me, I'd like to Bakayoko, obviously the young lad from PSV, 20 years old. I think he could do a job at Liverpool under the right management as well. So if he come at a good price tag, I think he's certainly one for the future. So maybe potentially him, mate. Because I still think we do need another wide player, whether that be on the left wing or obviously right wing. And of course, if ideally we could bring in a striker that could guarantee us goals. Guarantees us goals. They're very hard to find in between as well. So disappointing. Interesting. Your Fred, we got Fulham away, Everton away, and West Ham away. Next, I do not trust us to get 9. Your Fred, it's going to be difficult, lads. And I said in my post-match a couple of hours ago, it will be difficult. And that's why I was so frustrated, really, that Liverpool couldn't capitalise on today's performance as well. But we need to. We know our objectives. West Ham, obviously, with a disappointing performance from their end as well today, getting beat by Fulham. It's always going to be a difficult game. But if we want to win in the league, if we want to be where we want to be in the end of May, then of course 9 points has got to be the target. And those players will go in tomorrow with training and whatnot, and you need to start working. That should be the target for the next 6 games. Should be maximum points. And if Liverpool can get maximum points out of that, and we don't win the league, then sound. We can analyse today's performance and obviously the other games in which Liverpool have dropped points. Obviously, in terms of, we've only lost, as we know, 3 games this season, similar with Manchester City. When you do look at the goal difference with Manchester City, surprisingly, Liverpool have conceded 1 fewer than Man City, which is madness in itself. Obviously, Arsenal, I think they've got the best defensive record in the Premier League, and they certainly have, obviously conceding only 26 goals this season as well. So it's going to be difficult, and I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but that's the shot conversion rate of 6%, which is the second poorest in the league across the last 6 games, meaning it's our forwards that have to let us down. 100%, lads. And obviously with Rovo saying that the lads at the back, but the thing is, we're creating chances. We are creating chances. There's positives there as well. It was all a part. It was all part of the plan. Big up there, Jay. Hope you're well, mate. Massive thank you for tuning in. Nunes needs to go in the summer. This is from Yuffraj. We have to be patient. We've been patient enough with him, and he has not succeeded. By Lord, Yuffraj, if you're around when Ian Rush signed for the football club, mate, he went a very barren time at the beginning of his career. Thing is, Nunes is a raw potential. I expect him to come good, and he will come good. I think he needs a bit more help around him as well, in terms of the other attacking players, in terms of midfielders as well. He's doing good, and especially for his second full season as well. What's his goal contribution? Something stupid this season. He's getting better, ideally, today. Should have been finishing some of those chances. Same could be said about Gakpo, Salah, Jota, all of our forwards. But let's not just all pin the blame on Darwin bloody Nunes as well. So it's one of them, mate. But yeah, if you're around when Rushy was playing, lads, Jesus. And he was our top goal scorer in our club's history as well. So strikers, forwards, attacking players, surprise suppliers. Not quite Cilla Black. They go through difficult moments, but as a fan base, and as we've always backed our players as well, and I think with Nunes, he's not a player that just lasers round the pitch where he doesn't give an absolute toss. The fella will die for this football club. He'll put blood, sweat, and tears on the line to get the result over the line, and probably sometimes he just go a bit over the top, obviously with his antics, but that's part of his Uruguayan passion as well. But at least he tries. And everyone go, oh, you can't just have at least he tries. He's getting goals and he's creating chances as well. And even today indicated, as I said on my post-match a couple of hours ago, we need to actually start providing good quality service to Darwin Nunes. Like, fair enough if he misses in the next 6 games, 7 chances underneath the crossbar, and he should be tapping them in. And people go, oh, should you done that this season? Of course. But Jesus, let's not act like Erling Haaland hasn't missed a whole bunch of chances this season. And before anyone says, I'm not comparing the two. Haaland is the best finisher in world football. But sometimes Erling Haaland misses chances. Messi misses chances. Aguero, when he was in the Premier League, every attacker, it's impossible for every attacker to put the ball in the back of the net. If it was so simple, if football was so simple, every single football club should just fold tomorrow and then just roll over and let Man City win every single Premier League title for the next 100 years. Because, yeah, sound, just go for it. But nah, we back our players. We need to get behind them as well. Let's go for it. Nah, no chance. He's a very talented player, mate. Isaac, obviously, with a lot of injuries as well. 2 talented players. Watkins won't be going absolutely anywhere. I'll be made up, and if there's a set of fans that deserve Champions League football, it's those Villa fans as well. Absolutely top-class supporters as well. A club with a rich history in the Premier League as well, and obviously in European football as well. They've won the Champions League before. Yeah, football didn't just start before 1992 anyway, so yeah, there's a lot of football fans out there do believe. We've got hope Ange and Son get the job done. Yeah, you're for and there'll be people going at the end of the year, and of course, anyone can think whatever about Liverpool. Don't let anyone tell you how to support your football club, like your emotions and football. This is why football is so passionate. Around if you're a River Plate fan, if you're a Liverpool fan, even if you're a Wolves fan as well, we live and breathe. Even like before social media, you'd go in the pub. I know how rant and rave with my mates in the pub or whatnot when you're watching or even at home or whatnot. And you'd argue with each other and you go, he was absolute utter rubbish. And you go back and forth. It's the healthy debate as well. And it's healthy debate with our fan base as well. Not everyone has to agree with everyone's points. But what the main thing as a whole collective as a fan base, I'd just say for me, I'm just going to give 100% and just back all these players. Call it blind optimism. It is, but isn't that what's the whole point of being a football fan is? And as a Liverpool fan as well, you back the lads even when we're absolute utter dog. Like that's football. Like Christ, imagine being a supporter in League Two. Do you think if they're mid-table in League Two, they stop supporting and they don't turn up? No, that's not what football fan is. And this is what the Super League doesn't quite. The fabric of being a football fan as well is you back them and then you back your team and then you back them even more. All the amazing travelling cop and amazing fans around the world as well, watching as well, listening, supporting Liverpool, getting up at like 5 o'clock in the morning. Yous are absolutely amazing. And every single football fan, Liverpool, especially Liverpool fans as well. This is why we are absolutely massive as a football club. Because whatever does happen, we back them even more. We thank Jurgen Klopp for what he's done for this football club. And I said in my post-match, yes, it's one Premier League, but it's a Premier League. It's not just got to a point where and the good City fans as well, they remember when they were in League One, League Two or whatnot, when they were struggling. But they're fans and 35,000 fans in their stadium when they were in League One. They were still packing out the stadium like they were. And that's what being a football fan is. You back the lads and we go again. We go again against Atalanta. Win, lose or draw, we back the lads again. And then we're hoping to try. Hope. And belief. These Liverpool players probably and certainly do lack belief in front of goal. But lads, you play for Liverpool. You wouldn't be at Liverpool for absolutely anything, really. You wouldn't be at Liverpool if we didn't believe in you. And the people that brought you into the football club in terms of the recruitment as well, you're in now. So keep your head up high, keep believing, keep being confident. If you miss your chance, then go again. You go again and you go again. So I'd love to have a word with Nunes, like, lad, chin up, lad. Same with Jota, same with Salah as well. Come on, lads, get your act together. And you don't need to get that act together. But yeah, but big up there. Every time we win, City and Arsenal do as well. So we had to lose to make them lose. Good analogy, that, Jay. Good. Yeah. I'm hoping that's not the 3 points for City that win them the league this week. But you never know, lads. And you never know. Because football is a roundabout of emotions. Like, just say, if Brighton, say, in the next fixture for City in the league, win them, and then we propel over City, and then we go again the following week, and then we go again, and whatever does happen, it's going to be a mad journey. And it always is a mad journey supporting Liverpool as well. If we do a comeback versus Atalanta, I will start to believe. And that's the thing, Yuffraj, as well. Of course, And even if we don't get the results over the line, there's still games to go. I'd still say to everyone, there's still games to go in the Premier League. So we keep on believing. Núñez sounds when you're winning, but when he needs it and we miss his sitters and pass it into the stands, it starts to be not funny. 100%, Jay. Oh, Jesus. Like, we're all fuming. He himself will be frustrated as well. But go on, we'll go again. Robinson was the only one on the pitch that can be proud for the rest of the disgrace. Ali as well, you're fortunate. Let's not forget Alisson Becker's contribution today as well. I think the only thing that he had a couple of very sharp saves today as well. So I can't lie, mate. I'm expecting an early Champions League KO exit next season and maybe top 4 under Amorim. The job will be a poison chalice. Jay, it will be difficult, mate. Hence why I only say one league in 30 years, because I think the sheer dominance of Manchester United and the sheer brilliance, and that's what it was, brilliance of Sir Alex Ferguson. As much as that pains me to say it, he was a very talented manager. He scared the death out of players. They were petrified. And he had the right players around him. But the thing is, Liverpool, that does give me hope, Jay, is post Klopp, of course it will be difficult. But the main thing is the recruitment. The one thing that Klopp has, since he's come in as well, the recruitment has been absolutely exceptional on, say, probably 90% of Liverpool's players. And say if you bring in a coach like Amorim, or a coach that comes in as well, signings for every football club, because you look at Chelsea, their infrastructure is an absolute mess. They would absolutely love to be Brighton Chelsea at this moment in time in terms of the recruitment. Similar with Manchester United as well. United will always have money, but at the minute, even if the next 5-10 years, they'll struggle because the way in which they identify players, or whoever is identifying those players, is doing Manchester United to running away with the transfer fee, agent fees as well. So the main thing is, and the one positive that I do say in terms of the next season, is the recruitment's, it's been very good. And everyone will be like, oh, good, Gakpo just hasn't really settled. I think he's been very mismanaged in terms of the selection as well. We signed Gakpo as an amazing left winger in the Dutch league. And even when I watched him in the World Cup as well, leading the line for Holland as well, he gets involved. He's a highly talented player as well. And similar, a lot of football players, and even the top elite level footballers, do struggle with form and everything as well. But thing is, which these players will come to realise as well, some of them that will be here for a lot more longer as well, is still get the one thing that a lot of football clubs don't allow you, especially fans as well, is time. At Liverpool, and I know on my post-match today I was disappointed with certain individual performances as well, and quite rightly so, we should be. But we'll give them time. I'm certainly willing to give Núñez another 2 years. If Núñez needs another 2 years, as much as that will frustrate probably certain people as well in the fan base, but I'll back the lads as well. And if after 2 years, Núñez, it hasn't quite, the penny's not dropped, then then we might look to moving on. But the lad's improving this season. He's got better off the back of last year. Of course, he should be banging in. He's at the most posts this season. But that, for me, if I'm Núñez, if I'm an attacking coach at Liverpool, I'm going, lad. That's where you need to improve. Start converting even half of those chances, and Liverpool will probably be a couple more extra points higher up the league table next season as well. We have Jota coming back. He will create chances for him and to score them as well. We need 2 centre-backs and a DM and a forward, a winger, and also a striker. Big up there, Mersey. City won't drop points. And I see us dropping points. The league is done. If we do a miracle Thursday, that's the season done. It's our way to go out for Klopp in a way as well. But Mersey, best mate as well. All is keep on believing, and whatever does happen on Thursday, we keep on believing, as I said at the top of the show as well. Your Fridge, a draw cost us the season, not the losses. Man City, that's what the difference. Yeah, it's the main thing, Jay. That's why their record speaks for himself as well. Big up there, LJ. We are scamming ourselves. Nunes will be raw. Let him and then develop and cooked on the bench as well. Man, there's a really low times with this kind of highs this team has given. Have we overachieved and ridden on emotions as well? LJ, I'll post that question back to you, mate, as well. It's the thing, no, mate. LJ, like bloody hell, like, and especially for the young set of fans as well. I'm 28, and I've but obviously the fans that grew up in the 70s and even the 60s as well. Like, we've come from a lot worse positions as a football club. Like, just even go and watch the highlights of the Roy Hodgson era and like the whole media fanfare as well in terms of Hicks and Gillette, and even the 90s as well. Obviously, I wasn't born in the early 90s, but even listening to me mates or just fans in general speak about that time as well, it was difficult off the back of obviously winning the league titles in '89 as well, and then we had like a 10-year spell. Obviously, we won 1 or 2 cups along the way between the 90s and the early 2000s. Gerard Houllier brought Liverpool back, I'd say, in terms of the feel-good factor. He obviously done so much in terms of not just on the pitch, but in terms, a bit like Arsene Wenger, the 2 Frenchmen coming to the Premier League and just trying to, the adapted stuff, they stopped players drinking as well. So it's just little things like that. But yeah, sorry there, LJ. Just recapping on some of your comments as well. Talio and Dan's must get the game time, Jack. Do you think that the blind loyalty cost him 3 extra league titles? I wouldn't say, Gary, because let's analyse, and whatever does happen with City as well. But on another universe, Liverpool win 4 or 5 league titles under Jurgen Klopp. Simple as that. But the thing is, if we didn't have City going neck and neck with us, the thing is, both of them have propelled each other as football clubs even onto greater heights. The 2 seasons where Liverpool got 96 and 97 points or whatever it was, 98, something stupid. That's unprecedented. That is absolutely unprecedented. And say if Klopp did win, and even if he does win a league title this season, hopefully that is the case, it'd still be, I'd say, it of course, would have been on the level of Arsene Wenger. Fergie's on another parallel universe as well. Like he's above everyone in the league, in the Premier League era. But there was a certain Bob Paisley that won a lot more than a 9-10 year spell at the football club at Liverpool. So, and even Bob won 3 European trophies as well. Even Fergie couldn't even achieve that. So it's one of them. It is one of them. But Gary, thing is, you call it blind loyalty. I call that just being a supporter of Liverpool Football Club, Gary. Like, the thing is, we've been through the hard times. We've been through the difficult times. And if there is a couple of bumps along the road in the next 2-3 years, whoever the new manager coming in, of course, there's going to be an adaptation period for any manager, and especially any changing of managers. And as I said on my post-match a couple of hours ago, there will be probably a couple of players coming in and some players moving out of the door. And even if the players do move from Liverpool come at the end of the season, we love them to bits, like we did with Sadio, with Bobby as well. Thing is, Liverpool Football Club, this football club, in next 100 years' time, will still be here. Hopefully, if it's managed well, and it's not spend above its means as well. Because you look at the likes of Berry as well. Like, funny things have happened, but if it's managed well, Liverpool will always be here. And hopefully, in the next 100 years, we've got another 60, 70 league titles along the way as well. But we're in a good position. Thanks to the spirit, Jack. We back ourselves as well as the guys as well. Big up there, LJ. And no thank you, Mila. As the thing is, and just go watch me post-match a couple of hours ago. I'm fuming. I'm furious. I'm furious. But I was just listening to you and have a walk alone, and with hope in your heart, difficult times might come along the way, and they will do in the next 6. But the thing is, we've got 6 Premier League games, the minimum, and the main thing is the lads coming into training tomorrow set the precedent, set the ball rolling. The main thing is, thankfully, we've got 6 games in the Premier League still to react. And if City do drop points, we need to be there. We need to be there. Similar with Arsenal as well. If they drop points, we need to be there as well. Be in contention, jump above them in the league if needs be, and just try and focus on ourselves. But we start again on Thursday night. The travelling cup going over to Italy as well. This team is good enough. It is good enough to win this league title this season. As much as we bloody do our heads in certain moments. But who said winning the Premier League was easy? It never is. And don't let these other Premier League fans that have never won a Premier League title try and chat to you as well, by the way. Like, where's their team? Oh, I can't see you down there. Can't see you. Sounds. Just enjoy it. And I think certain clubs in the Premier League, they are in a lot worse position than Liverpool at this moment in time. And we know those teams. We do. So what's the lineup for Atalanta? We concede so early. Every time blame it on Kelleher as well. That's the thing. It's goalkeepers. Every goalkeeper speak about Manuel Neuer, Buffon, Gianluigi Buffon. Like, these elite level goalkeepers. And even Alisson, like, he's literally trying his best. Look at him today. Like, if our attackers done the job today, like, there's only certain times Ali and Kelleher as well. Like, Kelleher has had a good season. I think he's played more games than Alisson as well. And if we do win the league title, then certainly we deserve, and Kelleher deserves, to give him a load of flowers as well. Main thing is, LJ, I want to be seeing Gomez back in that starting 11. I was very, very surprised that he didn't start today. He's been one of Liverpool's, as we all know, Joe Gomez, one of Liverpool's most consistent players this season. Ibu was disappointing, but I think we will get a reaction from Ibu as well. But he understands, and even in my start 11 on yesterday, I wanted to see Andy Robbo because we needed a bit of width. We needed a bit more attacking impetus, really. Because obviously, if you're playing 3 centre halves, out and out centre halves, just leaves you a bit limited down that left hand channel. We have to go through the ups and downs. You've read with any manager as well, though, mate. Like, the thing is, City, not even Man United, won 4 league titles, and they had Fergie. And he never went 4 Premier League titles back to back to back to back, because it's unprecedented. And it's unrealistic as well to a certain point. But you might speak about, and City's squad is quality. Let's not kid ourselves. But let's just analyse what they allegedly have done off the field as well. And when the time comes, if they get done, or even for 10, 15, 20 of those charges, they've still cheated. Similar teams down there for the likes of Everton, Forest, other teams down there. Thankfully, the Premier League is... Because could you imagine being a Luton fan as well? Thing is, with Forest and Everton, could you imagine if Luton took a slap on the wrist, but Luton spent 50, 100 million pound over their budget or wherever it is, but that then kept them in the Premier League as well? That's what really does my head in with teams down there at the bottom, and even to the top of the Premier League as well. Like, the squad that they've currently got could keep them up in the Premier League. Like, those Forest players, like, might be that extra one, or Lang or whoever they signed over the last 2-year period. Those players can keep them in the league. But Luton, who are abiding by the law, like the rules of football in terms of Premier League, and the other teams down there in the bottom, they're the ones to struggle and might get relegated. That might, like, and it's unfair on the teams down there as well, and even at the top of the Premier League as well. Gakpo on the bench at left winger made an impact, the best attacker off the bench. He did with Atalanta as well. The thing is, he had a good game. I know I criticised Gakpo at the Atalanta post-match as well, but you analyse it, he was probably the only person that was driving with the ball, trying to create as well. Only Sheffield United have scored fewer goals or have had a worse defence than Liverpool in their first 15 minutes of games this season. Yeah, you're Fred, and that is a great statistic, mate. If you're Jurgen Klopp or if you're a technical team, you're going, right, boys, That is exactly it. But the thing is, we've historically this season we finished games well. But if we can kind of sort that, as you Fred just said there, the first 15, 20 minutes of games, we actually for the next 6 match weeks start just can. It's simple. Start scoring our goals, starting quicker, starting well as well. Then there's a lot of good foundations certainly to build from as well. I think Klopp, your Fred did not announce he is leaving everyone who stay at Liverpool have overachieved, but Klopp announced this as his last season here is to put pressure on us to win the league as well. Certainly. Um, yeah, but big up there, Doug. Yeah, it's a mad day, mate. Big up there, Phil. You won't be able to watch them. Big up there, Phil. City are so cocky. I won't be able to watch them win again. Phil, they're not cocky. The thing is, you can spend all that money, but at the end of the day, that's what mentality. Even when we watched United, winning breeds winning as well, and especially the culture in which City have got, like it was with Fergie, with those great Manchester United sides as well. And Liverpool in another couple of seasons ago, but the main thing with Liverpool, as we always know, was Liverpool didn't strengthen when we should have as well. Like, even if it was one or two or three, four, 30, 40 million pound players, would have been good. It doesn't even have to be 40 million pound players. We just need quality players to come in terms of the data guys to go, right? Here's a couple of players that might go under the radar, but it's players that we've identified. And if we brought them in, then we might be talking about Jurgen Klopp might having a couple of more league titles or whatnot. But that's the main thing is whoever the manager is next season, we need to facilitate all the players that he wants. We need to give him the backing transfer wise as well. I think for any manager that comes in the summer, they need to be under the understanding, and that will be their first question that they ask Liverpool is if it's Amarin, it's like, am I getting what these the players at once I've identified? Can I bring these players in to give him the best fighting chance, or whoever manager it is to give him the best fighting chance? Because they're coming up against City, they're coming up against Arsenal with another year's experience. Whatever happens this season, Arsenal will be back there again next season, similar with City, similar with us. So it's going to be difficult, but we just continue to believe as well. And hopefully, I want to see Anfield rocking. And this notion as well, it is difficult. It is difficult as well, especially when Liverpool aren't performing like we didn't today. It's difficult for the atmosphere, and I've been there over the last couple of years as well. When you're in the ground and you're not seeing the performance as well, it's difficult because the players, fundamentally, for any team for the matter in European football, when you see them, they need to create that atmosphere on the pitch as well. Whether that's a slide tackle, whether that's a 50-50. I remember when we used to play Man United at home as well, and we weren't the best team at the time as well. But it used to be Carragher. You go in when Fergie was, and you put in a crunching challenge. You try and win the ball as well, and that gets the crowd on song. But we never had that today, apart from probably when Trent did come on. There seemed to be a bit more of a confidence and a bit more of belief. But thing is, we just continue to back these lads. We get behind them even more. Tomorrow's a new day. We get these Liverpool players. We go again anyway. Yeah, and Watkins' goal was very, very good anyway. Big up there. Jack, do you think Liverpool should do everything to get Gary? He's not coming, mate. I think he will stay at Bayer Leverkusen for another year or two, and then he will go to Real Madrid. But the main thing is, in the future, Alonso will manage Liverpool, but it won't be in the next 3-4 years. And this notion of like saying that the ship sailed, the ship will never sail with Xabi Alonso. The thing that Xabi Alonso knows the day will come for him to manage Liverpool, but it's not at this moment in time as well. So that's the main thing. He himself knew he'll always get another opportunity as well. Not that he's bottled it, but I think he's got something so well. And congratulations to obviously Bayer Leverkusen as well today, Chas. Obviously winning their first Bundesliga title. That's what, and obviously all the fans coming on the pitch. That's what football's all about. There's teams out there. We've won 19 league titles, and we've won 6 European Cups. There's teams out there in the Premier League and even in the football pyramid that have never had even a Wembley final. Like, this football club gives us so many great memories as well, and you will give us so many great memories in the futures to come as well, regardless of who the manager is, regardless of who the players are as well. We're just very fortunate that this club makes us proud. It just makes us proud, and I'm proud to support Liverpool as well. But we go again. I have no idea. Our biggest win in Italy was 5-0 at Aston. There you go, Scouse. Obviously, I did say that on my post match as well. We fully are capable of scoring 5, 6, 7 goals. But the main thing is, the last couple of weeks we can be a bit perceptible at the back. But if it's needed, if it's a full-on basketball game where Liverpool score 6 and we can see 2 and then go to extra time, and it's like, Jesus. But it is one of them. But yeah, believe. The main thing is just believe, Reds, as well. Nice one, lad. But a massive thank you to all of you as well. This wouldn't all be possible without you. You're absolute legends. Big up there, Goose. Up you well, mate. Do you agree with me with Salah? I think there will be a couple of movements in and out of the football club as well. But yeah, big up. Until we know what system it is and what manager next plays, we're down on the mighty work. We will better anyway. But the main thing is keep on believing, chat. That's why I wanted to jump on anyway. I was hoping Kev could have joined us this evening, but he's on his jolly days. Hopefully we'll get Kev on the channel this week if he's not too busy getting a couple of he's getting some sun rays anyway. But Reds, as I said, I just wanted to jump on and just thought about it. A couple of hours passed after my post match, but of course, whatever does come, believe with hope in your heart. These Liverpool players will never walk alone as well. As frustrating it is, and it is frustrating, the result today. But as today's result for Villa against Arsenal, we all anticipate City not to drop points. But if they do, and if Arsenal drop more points, Liverpool, we need to believe, back these players and back them even more in the hard times as well. Because it was a difficult moment today, but there will be better days to come for Liverpool as well. But yeah, Doug, we'll be doing plenty of pods this week as well, mates, coming. Plenty of shows on the channel. But Reds, if you are watching on the repeat, do let us know your thoughts in the comment section below as well. But yeah, keep an eye on the channel. Put your bell notification on as well. But yeah, but big up there, Goose. I never stop believing, Jack. That's not an option. I love Liverpool, but that's not what I want to ever see ever. Yeah, of course, performances like today, mates, were disappointing as well. But Reds, have a lovely rest of your day as well. You're absolute legends. Look after yourself, and yeah, you'll never walk alone. Ta-da.